Welcome to another edition of Footprints in American History. Today, we're going to talk about Adolf Hitler's loathsome nephew. Now, William Patrick Hitler was born in England in the early 1900s. His father, Alois, was Hitler's brother. He had moved from Germany to England. He married an English lady, and they had a son, William Patrick. He was born in Liverpool. And what happened was, shortly afterward, Alois decided to abandon William Patrick's mother, and he decided to abandon his son. He moved back to Germany, where he married a German woman, which is bigamy, by the way. And he also had a son named Heinz there in Germany. Now, over the years, William Patrick, as he was growing up, him and his mother really struggled financially. And he started noticing that his uncle, half-uncle technically, was rising to power in Germany. So he had said something about him publicly that got back to Hitler, and Hitler invited him to Germany, where he actually did get to meet his half-uncle. Hitler ended up helping him get a job at a bank in Germany because of the financial struggles him and his mother were going through. From there, Hitler ended up helping him get a job at the Opel Auto Factory. He also ended up being a car salesman, but he was wanting to do better. However, Adolf just said no. And he absolutely refused, and he said, I am not going to let people go off my back for my family. So in the end, what happened was he ended up back in England. He had said some things that were very unflattering about his uncle, so his uncle was very mad. So he decided he was going to start blackmailing his uncle about some family secrets. Family secrets such as the fact that his father, Adolf's half-brother, was a bigamist. He had also was threatening about things like family secrets such as there had been mental illness, a history of mental illness in the family, mental retardation, things like that. So Hitler did not want that. Now, Hitler did offer him a position of great power, and this was by the time he was chancellor, provided that William Patrick was willing to surrender his English citizenship, renounce it, and become a German citizen. William had no desire to do that. He was very worried that this could be a trap, or the war begins and then he gets stuck in Germany. He didn't know what was going to happen, so he stayed in England. By this time, Hitler was already angry with his nephew and began referring to him as my loathsome nephew. So he wanted nothing to do with his nephew. And meanwhile, William Patrick, he wants to be able to make a living. He also has his mother to be concerned about, and he had gotten fired because of his association, because of the last name Hitler. So he even got fired from his job in England. So he tries to join the British military. Well, if your last name is Hitler, what's the odds that they're going to turn you down for a role in the service? Exactly what happened. He wasn't able to join the British military to fight his uncle. So he ended up being invited to give some lectures in the United States. Him and his mother went over. They ended up settling down here in the United States. He's doing lectures, and he decides that he has to do something because what's happening is the money is starting to run short now, and especially because of this name with an association with the name Hitler. So what happens was he tries to join the United States Navy. Once again, the name comes into play. They turn him down, so he is not able to join the military. He writes a letter to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the president at the time, and asks him, can you please let me join the military because I want to fight my evil uncle? FDR complies, but it's only after the FBI clears him so that they know he's safe to join the Navy. He does end up joining. He served for 3 years. He joined in 1943, late 1943. And what happened was, while he was in the Navy, he'd become a pharmacist mate. He did earn a Purple Heart while he was in the military. Fast forward to a few years later now. The war is over. He's out of the Navy. He's got to be concerned about his money situation again. And what happens is he's been writing and he's been doing lectures and things like that. But by this time, all this news about the Holocaust has reached the United States. 6 million Jews have died. So many people have already died under Adolf Hitler, including so many of our military. So this name Hitler is not doing him any favors. So he changes his name to William Patrick Stuart-Houston. From there, he decided to make a living. He stays. He's not able to do lectures anymore, so he's having to find work. He marries a woman. They settle down in New York, and they end up having 4 sons. Those 4 sons later never married nor had any children. They wanted to cut off any connections to the Hitler bloodline. So they made sure that that was their part. In the meantime, William Patrick stayed there. He was known by Patty by that point, and he stayed there in New York, which is pretty much where he ended up dying in 1967. It was ironic that one of his neighbors one time saw him mowing his grass and commented to her husband, "Oh my gosh, he looks just like Hitler." In the meantime, my name is Jeff Dial. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, ring the bell if you want to have notifications of future videos, and also take a look at our Facebook page. We have all sorts of notifications about upcoming videos. We also have a lot of information with previous videos, plus there's also posts that are not posted here on the YouTube channel. My name is Jeff Dial. Thank you so much for your time. Fair winds and following seas.